We are in Frenchglen, Oregon, and this is right next to the Mount Hare National Bird Refuge. Really popular place here in Oregon. We get thousands and thousands of visitors every year just because of all the birds that migrate through here.
We saw some pretty birds.
Hey everybody, welcome to Tigner Adventures. So we seen some birds.
We saw some birds.
We saw some birds.
Yeah, I think they were some kestrels.
Yep. This
They
was
were
up
way
on the
up
Steens
Yeah.
Mountains when we were up there
And I think
in
we
the last
saw,
video. After we closed, then we were driving down, we seen all these birds.
Saw a couple osprey. They're pretty nice.
Yeah, lots of birds in this area, and a lot of history out here too. And all kinds of things happened out here, and there's lots of cool places to explore. We're just starting here, and this is Frenchglen. You can see the motel back there. They also, they also have a diner.
Yes. Firefighting?
No, it didn't stay there. There's a little yard over here that I set up with trailers and things. I put all that in and hooked up all the water and gas and things, but we come over here and eat. So they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner over here, and it's just a little dining room you go into and you sit down with everybody at a big dining room table, and they serve you just like you were at home. So it's
a bed and breakfast kind
kind of a bed and breakfast thing. So it's really pretty cute little place. The whole town is you know, a historic place, and it's just a little town here out in the middle of the country. This is definitely country. This is not the big city at all. So we are working our way down onto the other side of the Steens Mountains. And so this area of Frenchglen, we went off to our campground, or we can go up on top of this bluff that's behind here and go all the way around to Fields and back to Andrews. That's kind of what we're doing. So if you see on the map here, that's kind of the direction that we're actually taking. Don't see one of these much anymore. It doesn't look like it's in working condition though. This is the new way to make phone calls. So old telephone booth still here, but the phone has been removed, except now it's all cell phones, right? So this is a cute little town. It's just a few houses, and then they have a store over here. So we're gonna go check out the store. Right at that end of town where those big tall trees are is a big BLM firefighting yard, or I think they call it the National, I don't know, it's all been combined with the Forest Service and state and everything now, but anyway, that's where firefighters hang out and things when they're out here protecting this particular area. So this is the Frenchglen Mercantile.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah, look at this pretty cute little setup here. And
Hope they don't have a horse.
well, they probably did at one point. Place to tie up your horses. So they have a little bit of everything here. So you can buy different jewelry, handmade jewelry and things. The Indian reservation is pretty close to here. Plus they also have food. So here's a book right here on birding in Harney County. That's where we're at, Harney County. That's where the Mount Hare National Bird Refuge is located. Look, they even have postcards, some stickers.
Oh, cool. I think that would be a good idea.
They have lots of different stones out here too. Definitely a lot of jackrabbits. Pretty cool. This is a little coffee shop. Well, that was fun. We got some chocolate. This is going to be our morning break. Wanted to kind of give them a little bit of business there. I don't think there's a lot of people coming out here right now because of the fires.
There's a lot of firefighters in there.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. There's a lot of firefighters.
I'm sure you bought tons of stuff out of there.
Yeah, I did. So we asked her what the population of Frenchglen is, and she said 12, and then someone started counting and says, no, actually only 11. So that's the Frenchglen proper. She said that she lives outside of Frenchglen, so she doesn't get counted. But anyway, still working here. So fun little place. We are going to now go up over the top of this mountain and start working our way over to Fields, Oregon. Well, we have arrived at Andrews, Oregon. And this is a place that I actually used to live here for about a year, I think, before I moved into Burns. But things have sure changed, because this used to be the post office, and there was a family that lived here that also ranched out here. So this yard used to be, we used to love this because it had water running everywhere, little canals and things, and big fields that we'd ride our bikes out through back in there and everything. And now it's just all weeds. But we actually lived over on this side where it's nice and green. So my parents rented that place there from the folks that live there now, and that's where we lived. And I'll tell you, our chicken coop was way back. It took forever to get there, it seemed like, and now I look at it and it's just back there where the end of the trees are. So amazing when you're only in, you know, second grade, how far everything seems to be farther away. So anyway, we're going to drive up here just a little bit further. The school is right on the other side of these houses. So that's the house I grew up in. When I said there was some more houses, actually that house and the post office were the only houses here. And then this house right in front of us to the left is where the teacher lived, and then that's the actual school. So it's a one-room schoolroom, big room in there. All the grades from 1 through 5 go to school there. And then once you hit 6th grade, then you would be shipped off to Crane, Oregon, where you lived in dorms and went to school from 6th grade through high school, all of high school there. So back there a couple videos ago when we were talking about the Crane Hot Springs, that's where we would go to school. So that's about, I think it's about 60 or 80 miles from here. So that was kind of an interesting thing. That's one of the reasons that my folks moved into Burns, was they didn't want to be shipping us off to boarding school. Okay, so we are leaving Andrews.
That was it?
That was Andrews. And now we're going down this dirt road. It's kind of getting a little bit, what do you call that? Washboardy. But of course, those little things like that, they go 100 miles an hour down the road, they don't care, and that's what causes the road to get so washboardy. But we're going probably 10 or 15 miles an hour is what we're going to be going for the next 7 miles. This is our practice for going to Alaska. Ninette's so excited about that. Well, there's the first glimpses of the Alvord Desert. So this is the Alvord Desert. There is a mountain range over there. You can't really see it, but the desert goes all the way to that point because of the smoke. But it's a pretty good size desert. We have arrived at our destination, Frog Springs, Alvord Desert, public entrance. Looks like a nice road.
I don't know if you can see down there.
Don't know.
There's nobody out there. It's a little road.
Okay, we're going to drive down this road. There's a parking lot down here before we get to the desert. People drive out here all the time, but we'll take the car and kind of check things out a little bit. But the plan is to camp here for the night. So here's the parking lot. A few holes. We have arrived at the Alvord Desert. Boy, I tell you, the car sure takes a beating going across dirt roads. We thought about having Ninette drive it, but since we were only going 10, 15 miles an hour, I didn't think that would really kick up any rocks to break anything. So other than the dust, is all we've got, but we're definitely gonna have to wipe the windows off. But I'm gonna disconnect the car and then we're gonna drive out onto the desert. We're gonna check out this little road going out there and see if the motorhome can go down that road or not. Usually when it gets to the end, sometimes it gets kind of weird. So we don't want to take a chance in getting stuck. Lots of dirt. Yeah. It is hot out here. Whew. Wow. Look at this. Yeah, that's that's a lot of dirt. Ooh. Well, it's hot in here. Look at the back of the rig.
Oh, poor Bella.
Yeah.
She was all clean and now she's not.
Yeah, well, we'll have to go through a cleaning exercise once we get back onto.
I didn't want to drive down there. Get a big dip. We tip over.
Yeah, this might not. Huh.
It would be cool, but you know, not. We don't want to get stuck out there.
Yeah, for sure. Can you imagine how much it would cost to get us towed out of here? So, yeah, this right here would. I mean, we could make it work, but you know, it's just not worth it.
Yeah, smaller. Even in this car is kind of.
Yeah.
It's a workout.
Yeah, but then all this real soft dirt. It's
You need the right stuff to go do this.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, probably don't see the bouncing around that much in the video.
But yeah, rocking and rolling.
That's what I was kind of worried about, because the rains come and they wash down these roads and then they make a mess, and then people drive on them and make even more of a mess.
Oh, but it's so much fun.
Yeah.
Now you can go as fast as you want.
Yeah, look at it. They do races out on these things.
So this is just like the salt flats and
Yep.
Salt Lake.
Salt flats in Utah. Little dust devils that blow out across here. Look how hard this is and smooth. Yeah.
It's like cement.
It's like cement. It's really, really smooth.
Oh, there's our...
So flat. It's flat.
So hot.
Yeah. Just here. 98. Princeton 90. This is Princeton.
Kind of see the
60.
ruts here a little bit better.
Some big ruts.
So this public access to the Alvord Desert is through Frog Springs, and this is the sign for it. So it kind of gives us a little bit of idea what's going on and what to do, and a little map of the area. Specifically, you are here. And that's the Alvord Desert. So, and this is information specific to Frog Springs. All right, we are looking up at the Steens Mountains. We are on the back side of that on the East Steens Road, and you can see the mountain. That's the mountain up there is where the radio tower is. It's up on top back there, and you can see on this front couple mountains here that there's a line going across there. I'll point it out, but that is the road that my dad's made so they could get back to a mine back in there. And if you look here on this map, it actually shows that road going up through there, you know, so that's pretty interesting. So this is now called the Alvord Hot Springs Bathhouse and Campground. And that little metal building over there is the hot springs. So when I was a kid, all that was out here was that little tin building, and just this side of it you can kind of see some a chair there. That's another square concrete pond, so you could bathe on either side of that. But the one in the 10 area was, usually the temperature was a lot cooler, and that's the one that they always put us kids in. That's where we took our weekly baths. That's pretty cool. And then if we swing around here to the mountains, that what I was talking about earlier, they've actually, that road that's all rutted out now, and they've got a big barrier across there, used to go up to those roads up in there. And there's a couple cabins that used to be up in there, and we lived in one of those. So that definitely has changed. But they did have this open for people to camp here, but I don't know why they've got this gate over here closed. This is why, because they've changed it to a fee use area. So this fee use thing just started probably about 5 years ago out here. They started developing all this, and the Alvord Ranch is who owns all this. And we used to be able to come out here and camp all the time, all the way up and down this side of the Steens Mountains. And then the Alvord Ranch owner kind of got fed up with the whole idea, because people would come out here and make a mess. I know you haven't heard of that happening before, but campers come out and they leave all their garbage and everything. And so he threatened to just tear everything down and get rid of it all. But this group came in and said, hey, we want to develop this out, and we'll set this up, and we'll just start managing it, and we'll collect fees for it. And so you can make a little bit of money on it instead of just tearing it all down. And so they went ahead and did that. And now this whole area is a fee use area, and you can't even camp along this road anywhere, because they've got it all blocked off, and you have to check in at this little place across the road over here and get a permit to be able to stay there. We're going to go in there and see what it costs for that permit, and if we can even get into the hot springs that's out here. It's been quite a long time since they actually set this up, so I don't know what the status of it is yet. Here's another view, close-up view of the hot springs. Pretty much looks identical to what it was a long time ago. We're just talking to the lady. So when I lived here out in this area, it was in the 60s. So that was probably, what, at least 60 years? What? I don't know the date anymore. But anyway, so we would just come out here, and there was just a path. You can kind of see the path going right there, but you just walk down there. Ranch hands, everybody just came out here, no big deal. This area right here is the Alvord Ranch, right back over there. And it's been like 3 or 4 generations that have owned this. And the latest generation that now has it, guy's named Paul, he now has it. And that's when, about 10 years ago, they developed this and decided to make it, someplace that people could stay or whatever. It just got really popular. It still was available if people want it, but you have to really want it. It's $25 a person to come in and soak, and you can be here from 8 a.m. till 7 p.m. at night. It closes. If you stay here, it's $60 a night to camp. It's basically dry camping, no services, for $60, and then you can soak all night long if you want to. They do have those little cabins out there that do have electricity, but that's it. And they do have some toilets on site, porta toilets, but that's $120 a night. But they really haven't done much to develop it, other than putting the RV park in. So cool, but we're not going to pay $50 to go soak, especially when we just soaked at Crane Hot Springs for $5 a piece. So we're not. That's a lot better. They don't have a senior rate here, so. And they don't really care, so it doesn't really matter. So it's just how it is and how things change over time. Good morning, everybody. So nice, restful night. Man, this was a nice place to park, I tell you. A couple people came in this morning. One lady left about 5. She was actually parked out on the flats in a car, and she left. So we had our windows open so we could hear people coming in and out. And a couple other people came in, and I don't know, they went out onto the flats. I don't know, I don't see them out there. But anyway, look here. This is our sunrise this morning. Nice red sun and the smoke. It says the visibility last night when I went to bed, it was at 45 miles. I don't think that's, I don't know, but this morning I looked at it, it said it was 35 miles, but it's still, so I'm not sure what it's basing that on, because it's still pretty smoky. I can hardly see the mountains behind us. So anyway, we are going to be leaving here this morning and working our way back down the dirt road. We got 7 miles of dirt road, and then we'll hit the pavement again. And we're going to go to Fields, Oregon, where apparently they have the best milkshakes. So we're going to go check that out. Tansy crawled way back in there. So, do you know how to get back out of there? Did you find anything good back in there? Huh? I don't know. Oh, here she comes. Oh, you figured it out. It's always good when you can figure your way back out, huh? When you're on a leash. Yeah. Yeah. Good girl. Coming back to Andrews on our way to Fields.
She hates that. There you go, Tansy. You happy now?
All right. Oh, we're gonna check the rig over a little bit. Need to wipe off all the lights so people can see us. Yeah, poor car. I'll have to wipe it off later. Want to make sure that these our stoplights and stuff can be seen by other people. I'm going to check to make sure all the bikes are on good and tight. This bike holder we got from Young Electric, I'll tell you, it's been a really nice one. It's really held up really well, even on these bumpy roads. Some of this dirt might will probably blow off actually, but we want to make sure the lights can be seen. So check the tires, make sure that we don't have any gouges in them or anything like that. So that's kind of what I'm doing. But now we're on the pavement. We're not that far from Fields, so let's go get ourselves a milkshake.
After 900 feet, you will reach your destination. The destination will be on your right.
We have arrived in Fields, Oregon. So the highway used to go, or road used to go right in front of this station here, which is the store. But now it's behind me about 50 feet, so they just go straight through and you can just pull off in here. They do have a RV park back over there, about 6 sites. And they have a motel right here. And the big thing is they have gas. Looks like they also have diesel. Let's see what the prices are here. All right, so gas is $6.69 a gallon. And diesel is $7.75 a gallon. Then 91 octane gas is $8.90. We are out in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, so we have to come out here and fill up our race cars. That's what we're doing. All right, here is our milkshake selection. So I have to pick out something here for a milkshake. Ooh, Oreo cookie. Coffee. Yeah, coffee caramel. That looks really good too. There's the grocery store. Morning. How would you like a little can of pickled possum parts? This is pretty neat. Little knickknacks here. But hey, the big thing is we have sold since January 1st, 2026, 5,047 shakes. And this is the count up here over the years. So last year they sold 8,575 shakes and 4,500 burgers. Wow.
5 or 10 miles away.
Yeah. So far this year for burgers is $21.63. Huh. They have a good burger too, apparently. If you're into wine, here's a gallon of wine for $18. Carlo Rosé Burgundy. We're not really wine drinkers, so, but that's interesting. Never seen it in a glass jug before. Here's some more
Old collectibles.
old collectibles. Yeah.
Look, Alka-Seltzer, 5 cents.
Oh wow.
It's fun to look back, isn't it?
Yeah, things have changed over time for sure, but that is pretty cool. I've got that up there to look at anyway. How's this? This is definitely unique.
Gotta make use.
Yep, antler for the door handle. This side's not quite as good. All right, I got my milkshake. This is an Oreo milkshake. $10 and something for the shake to go. It's $1 less if you have it in a glass and give it back to them, I guess, or something. So, but anyway, cute little store. There's about, she says, depending on the time of year, there's 14 or 16 people that live here in Fields. And we met a guy that drove up here from Denial. Denial is our next destination. It's right on the border of Oregon and Nevada. And he said that these are definitely the best shakes in the world. And just a week or so ago, they had 5 people working in there doing shakes, and they couldn't even keep up with them. So you can see that they have definitely sold a lot of milkshakes here, and they are definitely known for the milkshakes.
I think we're going the wrong way.
Well, we have arrived at Nevada. So we our Fields is back that way, and we are now at Denial, Nevada. So this is the state line. This is where, when I was a kid, the pavement ended here, and the rest of this all the way down that way was dirt road, all the way to Fields and Andrews. So luckily they've got some of that paved now, but this is Nevada, and we are going to go past here a couple miles, and then we're actually taking off to the right to go back up over towards Lakeview, and then we'll end up back into Oregon at the top of the summit. Up here, it's a couple 1,000-foot climb to the summit. We'll be hanging out up there tonight at about 6,000 feet, so it should be nice and cool, so that'll be really good. If we stayed on this highway, we would end up back at Winnemucca again, where we were a couple weeks ago. We just drove right through there, and this is, they call this is the longest straight highway. Just goes forever. So Nevada has a few of those different highways that are just straight as can be and just goes on and on and on forever. We're not going down that way. We're going to go up over to Oregon. This is an 8% grade down. Trying to keep it at 25 miles an hour. It's 3 miles. That is what we came down. Well, we have reached our final destination, another gravel pit. So anyway, these are nice, just out here and wherever you can stop and just spend the night. I put our awning down so that, because I oriented the rig so the sun's on this side, the awning helps keep the rig a little cooler. We're running our generator right now, and it's doing a good job keeping us nice and cool. Look at this 8% grade that we had to go down after we hit the peak of the mountain over there and get back down here. We're going down the rest of the way now, pretty much all the way to the west coast. You know, one of the key things when you're trying to not make your brakes overheat is to only go down 5 miles an hour. So you just push on them real hard, drops 5 miles an hour, you let off, and then you just slowly start coasting up to 30. And as soon as I hit 30, I'd hit the brakes again and slow down. So I did use the engine brake all the way down also, but that's 3 miles of a downgrade. That was quite the trip down. Anyway, we are here on this nice little pull-out area right here. And just sit right over there. I'm sure other people come in. It looks like there's a lot of traffic comes in out of here. But we're going to spend the night here. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention was, look at the visibility that we have here.
No more snow
Yeah, so
for
it's
tonight.
yeah, for tonight. So we can see quite a ways all the way over to that mountain. So that's pretty cool. And we're liking not being in the smoke tonight. So that'll be kind of nice. So, but anyway, that ends this video, and I have to apologize. Sorry that we had so many plans of places to show you and things like that. But even the Wild Horse Ranch that I mentioned in the video before this, when we were up on the top of the Steens, it's such a pretty valley looking up towards the Steens, but we couldn't even see it. So anyway, so we couldn't show it to you this time. So maybe next time.
5 more years.
So anyway, thanks for coming along with us. Hope you guys enjoyed our little travels here and some of the things that we got to show you. And we'll just plan on seeing you on our next video or somewhere down the road. So you guys all take care. Okay? Bye.
Bye.